Hi, and welcome to Science. This is our first science lesson, which can be found in Kaplan's GED textbook, pages 502 and 503. Today we're going to discuss the scientific method, and it's the basic method that scientists use to investigate observable facts and occurrences. Things happen. So the goal is to acquire knowledge, and scientists do this in 5 steps. I'm going to compare the scientific method with an experiment that actually happened. In step 1, we observe a phenomenon and then ask questions. Well, in 1928, there was a physician, Dr. Alexander Fleming. He had mold on bread, but in a particular area, he saw that a certain bacteria didn't grow. So he asked questions. Why were certain parts of his bread contaminated, green, and others were not? What was happening? What was killing mold while something was supposed to be growing? With the scientific method, we observe something and then pose the question, which is exactly what Dr. Fleming did. He saw the mold on his bread. He noticed parts were contaminated petri dishes or special little dishes that you use for experiments. He noticed that some of the mold was killing bacteria, and in other areas, bacteria continued to grow. Observation, questions. Step 2 of the scientific method is to collect data. Data is the observable facts that are described in the phenomenon. What were Dr. Fleming's facts? Well, these were his data. He observed things. He saw green mold on his bread. The mold was killing bacteria. The hypothesis is an educated guess. It's not just a regular guess, I think this. It's proven by the scientific facts. It's the beginning of research. The goal is to find the answer to the scientific question. So Dr. Fleming thought there was mold killing his bacteria. Now he needed to know why, research, observe, and experiment. Well, it's one thing to have your educated guess, but now we have to test it. So we use experimentation. We try it out. You change different factors, different types of mold. We call these control factors. Amounts of mold, locations on the mold. You take notes. You look at your results. You continue to question. What did you observe? You repeat the tests. Did they come out the same? If they did, you check to see that your tests are valid. You're confirming what you tested. Dr. Fleming wanted to save lives, and he saw that he was killing bacteria in a positive way. So he tested his hypothesis. He grew more mold. He tested different types of mold, different locations for mold, and the mold on different things. He tested different amounts. He documented his findings. Step 5 is drawing a conclusion. The experimentation is now complete. After several times, days, months, and even years, you finish your experiment. You looked at the data, you've collected the data, you've collected the information. You've concluded that your results, the results that maybe you were looking for or surprising when you didn't, were supported by the experiments. Hopefully you're successful. If you're not, you have to start again. Dr. Fleming's conclusion. He was thrilled to realize that his bacteria and the mold created something called an antibiotic called penicillin. It could now save lives. He evaluated his data. He concluded that the mold ate the bad bacteria and people's lives were saved by good bacteria. His research was supported by his experiments. He saved lives after World War I. He discovered penicillin for mold. A little more in this process are variables, and there are two. You have your dependent variable and the independent variable. So the dependent variable is what is being tested, what is being measured. The independent variable is the part that changes. You can change the information to see if the outcome changes. It's very important. You must have your variables. And now we come to your assignment. So read page 502. Try to do the exercise on 503. It's all about the scientific method, variables, dependent and independent variables. If you have questions or if you need me, email me at jherring@greenbeltmd.gov. jherring@greenbeltmd.gov. See you next time.